You up? It's time for some coffee. Hot, bold, and full of flavor. Tonya McKenzie and Gia Sneed are my morning coffee.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to My Morning Coffee with Tonya McKenzie
and Gia Sneed. What's happening, y'all?
Listen, it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to, but we're back. And we're together.
Yes, in one place. I can actually touch her. Wow.
So watch out. Be careful what you wish for, because we're back in living color during Black History Month. Get ready, okay? So today we have a dope guest. We're actually in his spot right now. We'll tell you a little bit more about him in a minute, but stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. You're going to love this conversation. I want to talk about why we left, why we took a hiatus in the first place. So, totally glad we're here, but we took some time off because, well, life was lifing. So I'm going to go ahead and let Gia kind of let you know about what's been going on with her and how she's doing.
All right, y'all. I know it's been a minute. And like Tonya said, we took some time off because life actually was happening. It's always been happening, but it started showing up in a real big way for me. My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer during before our hiatus, when we took a hiatus because of that. And I was her caregiver, so I needed to take the time off and devote to my mom and spend as much time as I could with her before she transitioned. So I was dealing with that, taking care of my mom and all the stuff that goes along with, someone that has cancer. And so it was a bit emotional for me. So we just decided, Tonya actually really decided, because, I was going to try to do both. But Tonya was like, no, Gia, we're going to take some time off and you're going to give that time, you're going to do what you got to do for your mom. And I'm glad we did, because I was able to really spend time with her and be there for her. And it was emotional. And I don't think you guys would have wanted to see me emotional on air. So that's kind of why we kind of was gone. And then after I lost my mom in October to stage 4 kidney cancer, former kidney cancer. And then a month later, I lost you guys remember my Jada Beta, my little doggie that would come on air with us sometime. Well, she transitioned a month after my mom. So they're together watching over us now. So yes, I've been going through a little bit of emotional stuff. But we're back. And I hope you guys have missed us. We've missed you guys. We have a lot of stuff in store for you. As you see, I came back and I literally let my hair down for y'all. See, I know some of y'all said, "Oh my gosh, she got hair, huh?" Yes, I do, but it's rare that it's down. But I have it down, but I don't really have it down for y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I try to be honest. Okay, it's not really down for y'all. It's really down because my older sister. You guys don't know, I do have an older sister, and she's turning 60 in a week. So she's having a 60th birthday party. So I figured I would try to look cute for her party. So that's why my hair is down. It's down for her party.
Well, we're grateful. We're glad to be back. Glad to see your hair down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so nice.
Yeah.
And listen, what I think is very cool, though, is that we get to examine the fact that even someone like you, which I have a huge problem with, does not want to let people know that you have emotions. I think it's okay to take a time out sometimes when we need it. I think that's a big problem in our society, is we don't be like, hey, time out. I saw a meme the other day and it was like a battery, and it said, it was like halfway, that's when we should be taking a break. And then it was almost empty, almost dead. and then that's when we do take a break.
Yeah.
So it's important to acknowledge when you need a break emotionally, physically, and go ahead and take that. So no, I didn't think she was going to take the break, so I took it for us. And I didn't ask her because she's a bully, and she probably would have tried to make it seem like she could just handle it all. But she would have been done had a nervous breakdown before she acknowledged that, she can't. But I already knew that because I've been through that. I lost my mom 2 weeks after my college graduation. My husband and I took custody of my 2 little sisters, and at no point did I ever just take a time out in life. So I think I didn't even start grieving probably until about 10, 12 years later. And we can't do that.
Right.
That's
You're
not
right.
a thing. It's not a thing. It's not sustainable. And I'm just glad to be back.
Yes.
I do want to, we're talking about cancer, just send some love to Captain John Naylor from Redondo Beach Police Department. He actually lost his daughter during our hiatus also to cancer. They had her ceremony yesterday. She was a beautiful little girl, and we had the opportunity to spend time with her at the beach and at our MLK celebrations. But, I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to send our love and prayers out to him and anyone that might be out there dealing with loss. So, love and prayers to you all.
Yes.
So look, Gia had an idea for our show. We started in studio and then COVID, and now we are back together in person, which
Yay.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. We'll let you tell us. But I definitely wanted to, make a point of the fact that in person chemistry it's incredible. So for people that are acting like they can just live life on text and email, get out, okay? Get out of your comfort zone, touch and feel on people, do
all that. Oh, you see that, see?
Do all the things that need to be done because human connection is incredibly important.
Yes.
So we found the spot.
Yes, we did.
Okay, we didn't find it. He actually found us.
Yeah.
Jeff, who is the owner here of Neighborhood Coffee and Tea, has allowed for us to call this our home when we're in person. And we're going to bring him over in just a bit. But I wanted to let you know, we're in Redondo Beach. We are in South Bay Galleria. How did I forgot? Because the name is changing.
I'm sorry. South Bay Pavilion.
That's not it.
No, it's South Bay Galleria.
It's South Bay Galleria. That was the old name.
Yeah.
There's actually a new name. I'll give it to you later. But this mall is going to be transitioning over the next 2 or 3 years. There'll be some hotels here. It's going to be actually an open, the ceiling.
Open air.
Yes. So he's here now. So you don't have to wait for the mall to be renovated for you to come in and experience Neighborhood Coffee and Tea. They have amazing events here. It's Black owned, but let me tell you
let me jump in.
Go ahead, jump in.
We're going to jump in why we chose this place. Actually, why I chose this place, because I chose it. To be honest with you, I hated the whole COVID thing, the remote thing, being away from Tonya, being in our separate places. It's not the same. Tonya and I are better together. Our vibe is so much better together. So I was so excited when we were able to come back and be live and be in the same room, even though I know she doesn't like to be in a room with me sometime, but hey, it's okay. She'll get over it. But the reason why I thought this would be a good place for us, it's probably is 2 reasons. One, it's Black-owned business. And 2, we're My Morning Coffee. And what better place to have a podcast is in an actual coffee shop. And a 3rd thing, I like supporting businesses, small businesses, and Black-owned businesses. I'm all about that. So I figured, hey, it would be a fun thing for us to do. And I think it would be a win for all. But also, too, we wanted to open up this fabulous place to all our viewers and have you guys come down and partake in this great coffee, this whole vibe here. And it's a vibe, and it's going to continue to be a vibe. And we're going to help make this place thrive. Okay? So we're going to have live guests here sometime. And sometime it'll just be Tonya and I here talking about what's happening in the streets, what's brewing in the streets. What else? What else can I say about this place?
Well,
it's a cute place. It's right here. As soon as you come in, y'all from LA, y'all know, y'all familiar with South Bay Galleria. It's over here by the Red Robin, because we all go to Red Robin to get them bottomless fries. So I'm gonna give Red Robin a little free plug right now, but we're right across from Red Robin, inside the mall. Come inside, get some coffee. Also, when Jeff comes on, he's gonna tell you all about his business and all the great things he's gonna have coming to his business. But yeah, that's why we're here. I hope you guys like us. I'm excited. I'm just excited to be back. I really have missed you guys. I miss Tonya. Now she can bully me in person, and
all the good stuff. So listen, one thing that I do want to express, I am a huge coffee brat.
Yeah.
Their white chocolate mocha is absolutely phenomenal. Let me tell you about this Ghirardelli's white chocolate mocha. Yeah. With the 2 shots, I'm ready to go. I might have another one before I leave today, so be careful if you see me in the streets.
No more shots for her, because she
is on. It's on. But she was talking about what's brewing in the streets. So we're going to get right to that. I want to know from y'all what's brewing in y'all streets. So feel free to put it in the comments, because I want to know what's on your mind. For me, I wanted to get into a little bit about this police brutality situation and the death of the young man recently, the 5 officers that have been fired. Now there's been a white officer that has been fired. What are your thoughts on that? Gia?
My thoughts was it was all bad. End of story. Period. It was all bad. Again, I have not watched the video, and I probably will not watch the video. As you guys know, I don't watch a whole lot of the TV and a whole lot of news, so I didn't find out about it when it first happened. I think it was a couple of weeks when I learned about what was going on, and a little bit I've been seeing via social media and on the news. It was all bad. And at first, I'll tell you this: when I first saw it, when I first heard, I just kept saying, "Ooh, I hope the black." I was like, "I hope the officers are not black." I said that. I really did. And then when I learned that they were black, I was like, what the hell? Okay. But no matter what race you are, it's bad. And we in law enforcement, we don't condone that, and we should not be condoning that. And that's not how we're trained to enforce the laws. I don't care what anybody says. I didn't learn that in my training. And I've been a LA County Sheriff for 32 years. And that wasn't part of my training whatsoever. So
here's my question to you as an officer, or someone that has served. What would make someone think that is okay? Like, I know everybody's not you, but in fraternity life, in just life in general, there are people that feel like they do not have to be beholden to the rules and regulations. Have you worked with people, maybe not in that type of situation, but that just feel like the rules don't have to apply to them, or their shield will shield them from repercussions of breaking the rules?
Well, I'm sure I've worked with people like that, because we have people like that feel as though that they're above the law, or they can bend the rules, and that's why you see this kind of stuff happening, because there are people out there that are like that. Now, what makes them like that, I have no idea. I really can't say per se, because I haven't studied the mind like that, and I think it's really a mental thing. But also too, it is also I hear people, we talk about culture, and sometimes it is the culture, the environment that you're around, that people feel as though they can do things to people, or just do things in general, and it's okay, or they can get away with it. Like you say, we have that in police culture. You have that in the sorority and fraternity culture. I'm sure you have it in other organizational culture, that people feel as though you would have it in the criminal culture. That's why they commit crime. If I commit a crime and I get away with it, I think I can keep committing the crime and nothing's going to happen. Therefore, you have a lot of people out here committing crime and getting arrested for that kind of stuff, because they think they can just do it, and they do it, and I didn't get in trouble. Just like a kid, they do something one time, and they don't get in trouble, or they think, oh, okay, mommy and daddy didn't find out I did such XYZ, I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, I'm gonna take this a little further, just because my experience too, as a member of a Black Greek organization, we come into these organizations sometimes with people that, let's say, maybe their self-esteem isn't that high, or that, they don't think much of themselves, and then they get these letters, right?
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden they got the high self-esteem, they got the attitude, I'm better than others, they got the I do what I want to do type
Yeah.
of persona. Like, do you feel like that is something too that kind of resonates maybe in law enforcement? There are people that maybe were bullied when they were younger or had some self-esteem issues, and then they get this gun in the badge and they feel, kind of,
Yes.
invincible and God complex.
Yeah, I feel as though that is happening or does happen in that culture, and also too, I think a lot of it is people that wanting to belong to something. You have, sometimes you grow up, like you said, have low self-esteem, not really being bullied, or not really being the most popular person, and you get in these organizations and things. It's like this, it's like in the military, and you become accepted into a culture, into a community. And if that community is a community that's doing, they, as young people say, I don't know if they still say that, wilding out type stuff.
Yes.
Then, and they start wilding out, and then they find somebody that's already in the culture that they look up to, and they see that person is doing things and acting that way, so they kind of mimic that, and they figure, oh, I'm gonna act like that way too because I think he or she is cool, so I want to be like he or she, and nobody in that little community, that little culture, is telling anybody that's not okay. Don't do that, stuff. So therefore, it's the whole thing. Well, they're doing it. Well, I'm going to do it, and then look what happens.
Sounds like a leadership issue.
Yeah.
Sounds like some self-esteem things that need to be taken care of, probably at home.
And it's some individuals, because a lot of that stuff, I think that's just these people's behavior. I'm not necessarily going to say because they became cops that they were like that. I think these people, no matter what profession they were in, that was just in them to be that way. That's just
kind of like
a
real estate agent that takes advantage of their customers.
A
banker that steals from the bank.
I think has nothing to do with the opportunity. It was the fact that was just in their mind. That's just their thing.
Their mentality.
Yeah, their mentality. Oh, I'm a steal from this person. I'm gonna do this, do that, and they do it. And stuff. So I just because again, they're like, again, I don't want to paint this whole blanket picture or color over the law enforcement profession and have everybody thinking that we're all like that, and we're not. And I know you guys get tired of hearing that, but again, you're not. There's a lot of good people good officers out there, and there are also bad officers out there, and the bad ones are coming to light now. I guess the light is being shined, and we're seeing more bad than we are good, and that's a good thing because we need those kind of people out of there. Because hell, I wouldn't want them guys to stop me. They acting like they got that kind of mentality,
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, I also wanted to know from you, what businesses have you been supporting since you've been gone? Because you're always out there in the streets with the people. And I heard that you're in a store now.
Yes, I am. Okay, what business? I support everybody. And half the time, I don't remember the name of the businesses because I just like to support people that are doing great things and stuff. So I do, I will shout out a business that I support. A few of them actually in Atlanta. My girl Simply Greta, she has fabulous fashions. I support her. And then my other friends, John and Avion, and Avion and John is the name of the business. And John creates some bad leather pieces, leather bags, leather everything. And I've been a supporter for him for a long time. Actually, Greta turned me on to John. And once I get turned on to somebody who's doing some good stuff, if I become a fan, I'm a fan. When it comes to sweets, of course, I support, my husband. He's like one of these. I want to say, I'm gonna call him a closet chef right now because he ain't been chefing, but he's a good cook, and he doesn't do a lot of baking, but he does do some sweets. He makes a mean cheesecake. I support him, and he has a business along with our friend Kevin. It's called KJ Catering. And you guys be on the lookout because they got this thing. It's called the Bang Bang Nachos. They come to 2023. It's about the Bang Bang Nachos, nacho bar. I've been eating nachos, y'all. Been eating them. Bang Bang, yeah. Look, bang bang, yeah.
I don't think these non-Niner fans want to hear any more about Bang Bang.
I'm sorry, but yeah. Also,
I can bang all day.
I also support Elaine's bread pudding. Derek, man. He makes some mean bread pudding. That's on the food tip. As far as fashion, I myself were in. I'm supporting Afro City Marketplace in Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw Mall. I have a space there along with 25 other small Black-owned businesses inside there. You have Nina Organics are in there. You have Braces by Bree. There's a braid bar in there. There's a lot of other fabulous Black-owned businesses there. We're inside the Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Mall, across from the food court. So y'all go on down and support your girl Gia. The Mahogany Box is in there. Along, again, like I said, along with other great small businesses. Who else have I've been supporting, I go to a lot of pop-ups. I also support my sissy, Simply Beautiful Tees and More. Well, it's actually Simply Beauty, and the T is for tees, t-shirts and more. I support her. She does fabulous t-shirts and more. She has a children's line too, Simply Noonie. Shout out to Simply Noonie. So
as you can see, Gia's quite the shopper.
Yeah.
And if you have a brand or a store or a restaurant or something that you want us to support, hit us up at info@sandandshores.com. Let us know about your business. Let us shout you out. If you have products that you want us to display, send them on out. So what I'm going to do now, give us a little bit of a break. We're going to bring Jeff in for you to talk to him about neighborhood coffee and tea. We're going to talk entrepreneurship, small business ownership. Stick around. Give us about a minute. We'll be right back.
Psst. Hey, you up? It's time for some coffee. Hot, bold, and full of flavor. Tonya McKenzie and Gia Sneed are my morning coffee.
All right, we're back. We're back with Jeff.
Come on in. Get coffee.
I showered.
We showered today.
I showered.
I can put some perfume on. So yeah.
So listen, let the people know about you, a little bit about you, where you're from, and why neighborhood coffee and tea.
Okay, a little bit about me. I'm born and raised in LA. Well, I would say Compton, but you say Compton is LA still. So a little bit about the business. Basically, I started this business, after working at like a Starbucks. I worked at a Starbucks, Magic Johnson owned Starbucks back in 2004. I guess it was just the culture working with Brandon. And I remember a gentleman by the name of Carl. At that time, it was just like, to me, what Brandon created there, it was just like, it stood out to me, like the culture there. I was like, oh wow, this is pretty fun. It was a black staff. I'm obviously being a manager on Starbucks, but we were located off of Wilmington and 119, and just the atmosphere there, I was like, maybe I can do this one day, when I get the funds and the means to do it, and it kind of happened for me.
Oh, so you were at the Magic Johnson's in the hood, Magic Johnson,
exactly.
Not the bougie Magic Johnson in the there. You got the one in the hood. Okay, I never made it over to that one. Okay,
it's good you did. No, but it was really, really cool because Brandon created that vibe there.
Okay.
And before I even knew what like a hipster was, that was Carl.
Okay.
And he really embodied that. So I was like, wow, bro, this is pretty cool. So just working with him, learning the ropes through Brandon and Carl. I was like, okay, one day I get the opportunity to just open my own. I'm gonna take what I learned from them and do it here.
And do it your way.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
it wasn't just so much of the Starbucks way, it was kind of like Brandon's way.
Okay.
So Brandon's the one that kind of like started this for me. He don't know that, but for me, he did that.
Okay.
One of the things my husband always says is there's no idea that is original. It's all about how you put your spin on it. What do you feel like you have done that's unique for neighborhood coffee and tea?
I think it would be the drinks. Some of the drinks here kind of focus on like the culture, like whether it be a horchata or it can be a Spanish latte, something that's different from Starbucks. Starbucks is typically the same caramel macchiato, mainly I won't say so much Italian, but Italian names in a sense. So I'll try to focus on certain cultures here. And me and my own as well, sweet potato. So that's another one. So we do the sweet potato, the horchata, the Spanish latte. These are things that are unique to this shop.
Wait, sweet potato,
wait a minute, hold on.
Sweet potato, it has to taste like a sweet potato pie.
Is that like during the holidays? Like when can I get
Honestly,
Yeah, is that like that's happening like right now, like today?
Originally, it was like supposed to be year round. And I was like, well, let's switch it to just like seasonal drink because it make people want it more. But since the Christmas season is basically over, people were still asking for the drink. They come here, hey, if you have a sweet potato latte, I have customers coming here like doing this all the way, like, hey, when you coming back?
Oh, see, Jeff, you know
So
what?
like,
You done had
everybody-
me. You got me feeling bad because I done came here and I got my little tip.
But
I'm
you know
a
what?
preacher.
I had to
I
actually.
had to get the caramel macchiato. Now I'm like, well, shoot,
No,
I
sweet
better.
potatoes pretty
Yeah.
good. I mean, to me personally, I wouldn't say it's like a year-round drink because sweet potato pie is usually for like Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and things
Thanksgiving,
like
exactly. That's my favorite pie.
Exactly.
My favorite
I
dessert.
might cook some
So,
tomorrow.
yeah, exactly. So what, Jeff, we might have talked about you getting the sweet potato on the menu or on a year-round basis or something because, you know, we like different and, you know, that might be the thing that, hey, has neighborhood coffee and tea popping. Everybody's coming here for the sweet potato
I didn't
coffee.
know that.
You know, so
Oh yeah.
yeah.
What else? Okay, what else? What else makes it unique?
I mean, I would say it would just be the staff. I mean, our personalities, how we interact with the customers, and sometimes we don't even treat them like customers. I'm gonna treat it like a neighbor in a sense. So we try to keep that whole
The
vibe.
neighborhood.
Neighborhood, okay.
Right. So you get familiar with the individuals that come and go. So we get to know their name. Something that we used to do at Starbucks. Starbucks used to be personal.
But yeah, it is neighborhood because when we come in here, Jeff be having the music going and, you know, remind you back in the neighborhood when you would, you know, be going to your friend's house and her mama had the music on and then they come to your house, your mama had the music on. So it's kind of like, I felt like I was like, hey, I'm at Cousin Jeff's house right now, you know?
What are some of the events and the unique atmospheric things that you've been able to provide?
I would say like once a month we typically have a live music. We try to create like a tiny desk vibe up in here. Try to find local acts, local artists, whether they're into poetry or just they have a band. We set them up in here and get them going. Also, try to try to create some type of partnership with other like local small businesses up within the mall just to do something together. I think that's.
See, he's about partnership. Hence, he's doing a partnership with My Morning Coffee podcast. See, there it is.
Okay, so that's all the fun stuff and all the cool stuff. Tell us about some of the struggles that you had opening your space and kind of staying here.
I know, well, for me, because it might not be unique to everyone else, but for me, I think it's just capital. That's what anybody starting a business is funding.
Yeah.
Without
That's probably the number one thing.
that is the number one.
And I would say that too. I used to have a brick and mortar, and that's the stuff that people don't talk about. And that's what we want. We want to bring that to people, small business people out there that want to have a small business. These are things that questions they probably have, but they are afraid to ask and don't ask. And those are things that we should be putting out to people. Yeah, it's all fun and nice when we have it finished and everybody comes in and sees it. Oh, nice. But again, what did it take to get in the space? Like you said, some of your pitfalls, some of the pushback you might have received, or just things like that could slow you down.
It's a grind. You got to really like hustle. You really, really got to work hard. You got to save up money. You got to do whatever it takes to get this going, because I don't want to say that this is everyone's story, but sometimes you don't know the importance of credit. You don't know, like, okay, I must have a credit score at least, I'm gonna say minimum 675 or something like that, because any lower than that, 630, 620, no one's gonna touch you. Even these grants out here, they're not gonna be bothered with you. So you just really gotta get out there and like kind of work hard, get with good people, or surround yourself with good people or like-minded people who also believe in your vision. Outside of that, I mean, funding is the only thing, and I think marketing would be what ties into that. Some things that we don't know. I mean, the internet is here, but sometimes you don't know that going into it. So
yeah,
that's something for me. I didn't.
What has been your experience here in Redondo Beach? When I moved here, many people thought, like, what are you doing there? That is not for us. That has not been my experience, but I also don't really care what other people think. So starting a business here in this area, tell us about that experience.
Well, Redondo Beach wasn't my first area at all. I wasn't even thinking about Redondo Beach, to be honest with you. My thought was South LA, following Crenshaw. I think I applied like maybe 3 to 4 times, and I got denied each and every time. So I was like, shoot. So within like
Really?
for real.
wow.
I asked to get up in there and send multiple emails inside the mall. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I got told, no, we don't want a coffee. We don't want this. We don't want that. So I was like, wow.
Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall, shame on you.
Shame on
I mean,
you.
I got the
Shame
emails.
on
I
you.
saved all the emails. So after that, then I sent the email out to the Carson Mall. I asked to see if they wanted a coffee chain up there. They were okay to the idea, but for me, I was like, I don't see that many people going to the Carson Mall. I mean, I know the name has changed, but to me, it's still the Carson Mall. I don't see that many people. And then just by default, I was like, let me just search around Downey. Let me hit up any other mall, and I felt I was gonna get told no. So then finally I applied here. I got a response from Susie, and the original concept, which was a cart, she was like, no to that, but I have something better for you. And I was like, what's the better for me? She's like, well, come meet me here. She took me upstairs, showed me a spot. She said, here you go. You can set up and you just go. And I was like, I contact my cousin. And I was like, bro, it's happening. Like this is really about to take place. And he was like, dude, I can meet with her. I was like, okay, definitely meet with her because I can't get down. I have to get work. And he said, Jeff, I like it. Just go with it. And after that was it. So I told Susie, I said, you will forever be my favorite person because you gave me the opportunity that everyone else basically told me no.
I like. First of all, be your own. First of all, be your own. Y'all, that's not right. Then I wanted to say, I had Neighborhood, the brand. Okay, this man embodies his brand. Neighborhood Coffee and Tea. I have seen him actually in the neighborhood. I've heard about him throughout the neighborhood, not just here in this mall. So talk to us about how you continue to expand your brand, not just here in this mall, but throughout the community that you service.
Basically partnering, like what I'm doing right here, partnering with other organizations such as Redondo Beach PD, anyone to get my name out there. So I just kind of link up with anybody that has a vision, has an idea, and I just jump into it.
So you have to come with an idea. You have to have opportunities to connect with others. Don't be afraid to have the conversation and see where it takes you. You never know. So I just think it's, as someone that embodies PR and marketing and all those things, I tell people all the time, you're married to your brand. You're married to it. So I'd love to hear how you came up with Neighborhood Coffee and Tea, because you could have named it after you. You could have named it after somebody you know. Like, what were you envisioning, and are you close to that vision?
You know what? I had like multiple names written out. I have names written. I was writing names for like maybe 4 or 5 years, different names, just writing different names, saying which one sticks. We went from LA's Barista, just different names that we had out there, just throwing out there. And eventually I was like, well, neighborhoods embodies like what I'm looking for, like community.
That's you're about the neighborhood.
Exactly. So I'm like, focus so much on community. Let's go with this. So I had Neighborhood Coffee and Tea, and I started doing Google search. I was like, well, there's other neighborhoods, but they don't have coffee and tea underneath them. So there's neighborhood this, neighborhood that, Neighborhood Coffee and Tea, and
there it is. Neighborhood Coffee and Tea. I love the name. I see so much that you can do with Neighborhood Coffee and Tea, and Tonya and I are going to do what we can to grow the brand, because we are about empowering our own. I'm really about that. So I'm excited. I'm really jazzed about all this, to be here, to be able to partner with you with my morning coffee. And then, you have the PR guru as the other co-host here. So, Tonya makes things happen. She's good at what she does. That's why.
No, she really is.
She is. And I'm not, she is.
No, I mean, when I first met her, I was like, wow, I love her energy. Just everything about her. And she knows I'm nervous. I don't like stuff like this.
Yeah, you guys.
Trying to play it off.
I know. I'll be honest with you guys.
I don't know what to say.
Jeff did not want to do this. When we came and had our meeting a couple weeks ago, Jeff was like, no, he didn't. But Jeff, that's what Tonya does. I'm the same way. I didn't look, Jeff, this is not even my thing right here, okay? I'm driving. She calls, texts me with an idea. And Tonya has a way to make you feel as though you're superwoman. You can do all kind of stuff. Get you out of your element.
Oh, yeah.
And next thing I know, we got a podcast. I just threw a few things out. I said, oh, yeah, that would be nice, yada, yada, yada. And she was like, oh, yeah, you can do this. And I was like, I was thinking, okay, we're going to get somebody else to host it, that kind of stuff. Next thing I know, we my morning coffee. So I feel you.
I mean, I'm sitting here like sweating bullets. I'm like, wow.
Dude, you're great.
Really got me doing this.
You are great. You guys are great.
So
this is the thing though. If it wasn't a camera here, you'd be able to talk about it. That's how we connected. You just have to talk to the people and let them know what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. Because a closed mouth don't get fed. I learned that a long time ago. Mm-hmm. So, we have to talk about what we're doing. You've been able to partner with other businesses here. What are some of those other businesses here, and how would you suggest others? Because this mall is going through a tough time. I don't know if you know about Redondo Beach, but everything is shutting down. Our local government,
they shut down too.
They need to. They're not huge pro-business, so we have to do it ourselves. Like, we have to generate the excitement. We have to generate the business. What have you been able to do just with the people here that are still trying to do the same thing you're trying to do, grow and sustain?
Honestly, we kind of work together, like basically send customers back and forth. Like, hey, who offer this, who does that? We send them up there. And if we offer something that they don't offer, they send them down
Hold
here.
on, Jeff, 1 minute. Did y'all hear what he said? He said, work together and they send customers to each other. Here it is, a businessman sending customers business to another business. Did y'all hear that? That's the thing, right? Okay, I just wanted to say
Even
that.
though I know we sell pastries up in here, we don't sell Cinnabon. I mean, we don't sell Cinnabon. So if someone want to Cinnabon something that I know that I like, I'm sending them upstairs. That's a black-owned business, so I send them directly to him.
And you don't think it takes nothing away from your business by sending someone else to
Not at
another
all,
business?
because they grab a cup of coffee here.
Right.
Likewise, he tells me, if someone wants coffee, flavored coffee, I say, go downstairs. That's where you're gonna get it. We don't do all the special coffee. We only offer and drip. So if you want something outside of that, come downstairs. So
I
that's
love
kind of
it.
work with each other.
I love it.
I love it too. Well, listen, tell the people how to stay in contact with you, how to support the business, and if there's something that they envision, event or whatnot, maybe a book signing, a poetry reading, something that's just really cool and generates some great energy and a great vibe, how they can get in touch with you.
Well, you can get in touch with me. I'm on Instagram, Your NH Coffee. So that's YOURNHCOFFEE. On IG, you can reach me there. I'm mainly on Instagram. You can also hit up the Facebook page. It's Neighborhood Coffee and Tea, Redondo Beach, or just come into the shop and just speak to me.
Y'all come on down here to Neighborhood Coffee and Tea, get you some great coffee, sit down. He got tables. You know, he got some pastries. You can sit down here and bring your laptop and you can act like you're working because y'all on these laptops. I don't know if y'all really doing too much work, but hey, you know, I'm not gonna say nothing. Oh, I did, huh? But yeah, come on down here and just be in the neighborhood. That's what this is, Neighborhood Coffee and Tea. Who knows? You might catch Tonya down here. You might catch me down here. You know,
You never know.
you never know. But come on down and support my brother Jeff. And like he said, you know, like Tonya said, this mall is going through a transition. I think all the malls are going through a transition, but it's good that we're here. And a lot of people say, oh, there's nobody at the mall. Why would you be there? You know, there's nobody at the mall today, but that doesn't mean nobody's going to be at the mall tomorrow. That's the problem with us. We have to just sometime get in some space, be in a space, and grow the space, and the people will come. Don't be afraid. Oh, there's nobody there. I don't know if I want to be in there. Well, you got to bring the people there.
Y'all got to get over FOMO.
Exactly.
Fear of missing out. I gotta
yeah.
be where the other people are. Why don't you be somewhere and make other people want to be where
you
you are?
Exactly. You
Or
know.
the fear of this ain't Starbucks.
Right,
I
exactly.
hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, I love Starbucks, but this is the best white chocolate mocha I've had in ever.
I love Starbucks too, but you know what? I love Neighborhood Coffee and Tea too.
Absolutely.
Guess what? You know, we gonna be about it.
We about
okay. Y'all gonna see more of us in the neighborhood, and bringing you guys a great podcast. And like Tonya said, tell us what you guys want to hear, what you want to see. You know, put it in the comments.
Yep.
You know.
But we'll be right back. We wanted to thank Jeff for being here.
Thank you so
You
much.
guys tap in if you get a sec. The parking is great too. That's the other thing about the mall, you know, and not a lot of people. The parking is phenomenal. You can park right here and it's free. So come on down to Neighborhood Coffee and Tea. Hold on right there. We'll be right back.
Hey, you up? It's time for some coffee. Hot, bold, and full of flavor. Tonya McKenzie and Gia Sneed are my morning coffee.
All right. So thoughts
On what?
on Jeff?
You know, Jeff's the guy. He's my other Jeff now, because I got my husband Jeff, but now cousin Jeff, he's cousin Jeff, and I got husband Jeff. But no, Jeff's the guy. Y'all, I love this space. This is a cute coffee shop. I don't know. I could stay here all day. You know, I might bring my computer down here And
she ain't doing nothing. So
and
listen,
pretend like I'm working.
you need to be somewhere making some stuff that I need, matter of fact, but we'll talk about that later. So listen, we want to thank you guys for tuning in for our welcome back show. We will always and will always support small business owners, Black businesses, women-owned businesses is what we do. So if you have any ideas for appearances, if there's something you want to hear about, let us know. If there's some cosmetics, you got issues with your skin, we know people that have products for that too. So understanding that we support small business, small entrepreneurs, and the opportunity to not always be small. That's the other thing we got to talk about is how do you take small and make it large and grow an enterprise? All of that stuff is important, and understanding and bringing that to you, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it is what we will continue to do. So again, thank you guys for showing up today. We'll continue to bring you the good stuff, talk about all the stuff that's brewing in the streets, and hopefully we'll be celebrating a retirement soon, so then we can really get into some good stuff. I don't know. What's going on with that?
It's going. I'm hoping. Let's all pray, y'all. Matter of fact, let's all pray. Okay, that that next month, March, is the month that it happens.
Hopefully,
yes.
So if you guys want to stay connected to us, which I hope you do, hit us up on My Morning Coffee Drip on Instagram. My Morning Coffee Drip, because we got the drip.
We got the drip.
Yes. And we're My Morning Coffee on Facebook. Make sure that you follow, subscribe, and share. Okay. That's how we grow. Yes. We help others. Y'all help us. We all help each other.
Win-win.
It's kind of a thing.
We're all in this together.
We all do that. So we'll be back next week. We won't be in person, but we will be here. We will have a dope guest for you. And always looking to talk about what's brewing in the street. So if you have any ideas or you have some thoughts on some of the things we talked about today, make sure you send them to us. We got you. Tune in live, hear what we got to say. That's right. Or either go to one of your favorite podcast channels, download and listen at your convenience. But you don't want to miss the opportunity to hear the stuff we got to talk about. We're bringing it to you because we know you need it. Understanding small businesses, how they grow, how you can connect, have strategic collaborations, grow your brand. What is a brand? Right. We'll continue to stay in that. And if you are in the LA area or you come into the LA area, make sure you head over to
Afro City Marketplace in the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall and check out the Mahogany Box. I have a space inside Afro City Marketplace. So y'all come on down there and support myself as well as other small businesses. Again, Afro City Marketplace in the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. Yes, it's a thing. It's a vibe. I love it.
And if you need me, I'm at Sand and Shores on all social media platforms, SandAndShores. And she is at
the Mahogany Box.com. It's the website. IG, the Mahogany Box, and Facebook, the Mahogany Box.
Consistent branding. Oh my God. Imagine that. All right, y'all. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.
Bye.